What's up, YouTube? 3Pedal J, and I am in the garage. I am about to finally get started on this guy right here, Frankenstein. Some of my followers and subscribers have been asking me when am I going to get out another video for Frankenstein, and well, today's the day. So I got a massive amount of work to do. I can clearly have to disconnect everything here and do pull the motor. So that includes pulling the turbo kit completely off, taking the transmission out, disconnecting everything. I got started when I first brought it back over here for the wiring, but there's so much to do. So I'm going to try to see what I can get done today in here. I'm getting a break from being a dad, no practices for football and cheerleading, so I'm trying to make the most of this, and hopefully you guys enjoy what I got going on. So with that being said, let's get started. Nice. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get set up here, and hopefully some of this stuff will come in. I'm gonna try to get as much stuff as I can done under here as possible. So the first thing we got to do is set up the light, because that needs to be the O2 sensors from everything. So let's turn this light on real quick. Yep, got to get the O2 sensors off. So hey, let's do what we can here now. For some of these guys. I actually followed the rules and snapped it. Look at that. Sometimes I do the right thing. Very rarely do I do the right thing. It still might actually be... Looks like I actually kind of did this already. Yeah, awesome sauce. All right. I wish I had put this up a little bit higher, guys, but I didn't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this V-band clamp, that V-band, and drop the dump, and then that way it's just easier to get to the bolts up there. I mean, I could probably take it all down. I can take it all down with everything intact. The next V-band is right up in there, which you guys won't see. Then there's another one right there, which hopefully that's showing up. Hopefully I got a good angle on that. But I'm just gonna take off the dumps, and obviously I'm gonna disconnect the charge tubes. So let's see if this looks good. Ooh. Hopefully that'll be a good enough angle and I can do this in a decently quick manner. But you never know. All right, well, there's more light, that's for sure. Oh, I gotta drain the oil still, goodness gracious. All right, well, let's multitask. Oil and coolant have to come out of this deal. That's gonna be fun. All right. Oil it is. All right, so you guys probably know by now that it's a 13 mil for the oil drain plug. So let's see. Should be 1 times. Of course I have it freaking super hard. Why wouldn't I? Obviously that didn't go the way I planned it to go. Okay, guys. So I was able to get the oil plug off, and if you look here, you can see that it's got a lot of junk on it. So I was in denial when they told me that, you know, a bearing was spun on it, but it's definitely got an issue with bearing. bearings. When I drained the oil, I looked inside, and I don't know if this is going to show up on the camera or not, but if you look right there, maybe it will show up, maybe it won't. You can see it dripping, but I can actually see a piece of the bearing material. So I'm going to see if I can try to get that out with my needle nose, and see if I can pull that out, and we'll see what's what. Yeah, that's not good. It's definitely got bearing material, like right there. I just dropped it. I just dropped it flat. But yeah, so this motor is done, which we knew that was the case, but man, I was in denial. I was really hoping that I could, that it wasn't going to be hurt. I knew it was going to need a bearing or whatever, but man, that kind of stinks. But yeah, once I get the oil pan off, and there's some glitter too, so you can see what's going on with this deal. But once I get it pulled and I get the oil pan off, we'll get a better indication. We'll tear it apart, as you know. Obviously, we have to tear it apart because there's some parts in this engine that I need for the other engine, like the lifters and a cam. I may end up getting a new cam, but we'll see how that plays out. Just depends on the time and the money aspect of it, because I still got to buy custom push rods and a bunch of crap to make this deal work. But we're gonna make it work because that's what we do. But all right, more to come. So let's do something that I know will go the way I planned it to go. For this one, I think it's a 12 mil. Nope, it's a 13 mil on this one. I've got 1/4-inch sockets that are deep walled sockets. So this is pretty quick. Literally just loosen it up and let her come down. There we go. 1, 2 down. Do I have that plugged in? I think so. Nope. So that one's the driver's side, and that one has my front O2 and my wideband in it. When we put the Fuel Tech in, Fuel Tech has its own widebands, so I got one for each bank. So it's going to be a little bit different, which hopefully we will be able to get to that pretty well here soon. Oh, the light. So now we're going to do this side, which is more the same. So I don't want to bore you guys too much. Bring this box up. Hopefully this stays up. So here's the wastegates. It's integrated into the actual tube that holds everything up. So once I get the dump off, then I'll be able to loosen up the charge tubes here, and then I'll go up and get the top bolts for the turbos, and we'll be good to go there as well. Maybe that's the 12. One of the things I'm going to do is buy a really decent set of V-bands so that I can have all the same size bolts instead of having to change sockets every time. It's kind of annoying, or it's very annoying, that kind of. Just got to be a little bit more meticulous. When I first was doing this, I was just more concerned about getting a running functional vehicle. Now I want a really nice running functional vehicle, and really fast. Not just nice, but fast. That's kind of important too now at this point in my life. Alright. Still should come up now. Oh, cool. Cool. So the dumps are off, so that's awesome. Now we get the fun part of disconnecting the charge tubes, and I'm gonna leave them hanging because it requires going to the front and the back. And I kind of want to get like all the complete turbo kit just off, and then I can put that in the trunk of the vehicle. So that's the plan for that. Since we're on this side, I don't know if this is a, I know that's a 10 mil. There we go. I really need a lift. Doing this on your back is just brutal. Doing this underneath the car the way I have to do it all the time is really, really not fun at all. But it is what it is. So I'm all over the place. This is why it takes me forever to get stuff done, guys, because I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to disconnect the charge tube, and I was about to disconnect. Oh, I should just come right on out. No. No joy. Alright, well, we'll get it. We'll definitely get it. There we go. Now it's starting to loosen up. There we go. There we go. One down. We'll go to the other side. Over here. Go to this side. And it's more of the same. Just take the 10 mil. But what I'm going to do on this side is I'm going to use my impact and make this a little faster. So this guy should just slide right on off. And it does. A little bit of work had to be done, but it slid off. So, done with that deal. Now the fun part of taking off the turbos. These are heavy. I'm used to doing it by myself, but it would help if you had somebody, and when you're doing this type of work, here with you. But as you guys know, I'm a one-man show, so I am the somebody. Alright, definitely don't want to let these guys fall because these ones are expensive. These are not cheap eBay turbos. These are very expensive. So I am going to do my best to not screw this up. Can I? Oh, nice. I can move my hand now. Uh-oh. Got it. Got it. Alright guys, so just a quick, here's the turbo resting on my chest, which is probably the worst thing I could be doing, but gotta do what you gotta do, guys. So now we're one turbo down. I'll show you guys that when I get out of here, when I get it out from under the car, I'll show you what it looks like. Not to break my wastegate. Grabbing my turbo. Da-da-da. This is the passenger turbo. Remember to grab the V-band. Slide the V-band on. because I don't want anything going left. Over here, I'll lift the trunk up. So I'm gonna grab this guy. Fly him right here. Oh my goodness, heavy, heavy, heavy. Turbo's there. Fuel tech, gotta make an adjustment on that, and then fuel tech will be put in. Fuel pumps, hopefully I disconnected all of them. I did. Good job, me. Gonna end up switching to a triple pump setup on this deal. Get the dumps running on the back as well. I'll probably end up putting the heads back here also. In the intake for sure. So I like to do this, put my stuff in the back of the car together because I have a propensity to lose things. I have a tendency to lose things. Here's the oil specifically for the comp turbos. Hooks up on there and you just give it a couple squirts and voila, you're good to go. So, all right, I'm gonna get this driver's side turbo off and then I'll move up to the charge tube and maybe the intercooler. I don't know if I'll get to the intercooler or not tonight. Yeah, well, I'm lying. I'm gonna get this other turbo off. Then I'll do the intercooler and the charge tubes. And then if I have more time and I feel like doing more work, I'll pull the intake and start working on pulling the heads. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff I gotta do. Still gotta disconnect the drive shaft. It just never ends. All right, let's get back at it. Let's get back at it. Ah, there we go. Are you an 11 or a 10? Are you an 11? Yes, you are an 11. Okay, and she's loose. And just like that, driver's side turbo is off. It's a pain in the neck, but it is off. Gotta be careful when you're doing this, especially when you're by yourself. This could have dropped and crushed me because these things are not light. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the back of the car and then we'll come on out and we'll start working on getting the charge tube off. All right. And there we have the charge tube. Gotta be careful with it, but it will come out like that. Driver's side charge tube. Not too on this side. Slides right on out. That's the easy one to get. It's hard to see when you're pulling it out though, fellows. Twisty, turny, all kinds of things. All the things. And there's the passenger side charge tube. Out. All right. I think I'm gonna put these in the back of the car because I'm running out of room in the trunk and I gotta put the heads in still. So yeah, we'll put these in the back of the car. But yeah. All right. All my empty gas cans. Gotta go get some more E. So I just do this so that I can keep everything together, guys. You know, obviously people do things in their own way, but I just like to keep all my stuff together and know what's what and how it goes, how I took it out. So if it's all in a car, when I come back in a week from now or a couple days from now, I'll know where I put it. And I put the tubes based on which side they go, which side the charge tube goes. Wow, Frankenstein's looking naked. Look at this. Frankenstein is naked. Naked, naked, naked. So I guess we could take the upper tube out. That's pretty straightforward. I got this. Those of you guys that watched when I was putting this deal together, Mac built me this really killer upper tube, and we got the Motion Raceworks clamp on here. So how that works is it gets, oh, that's gonna be a pain in the neck. It's sandwiched, there we go. It's sandwiched from the throttle body. Come on, baby, come on. Boom. So nice. So I'm just gonna leave that there on the intake so I don't have to readjust it. Put it there because it doesn't matter, but it's all welded. This deal has O-ring seals and it's all welded up aluminum, as you guys can see. What's awesome about this particular tube is, I mean, anybody can do stuff like this, right? But Mac did this without any of the angle finding deals. He literally took a bunch of pipes that I bought and he cut up and made pie cuts and just made it fit. So I'm really happy and I'm really fortunate and blessed to have friends that will help me out, that will go the extra mile away. You know, Rick did, or Mac did, and the way Dave does and takes care of me. So the last thing I got to do is just take the intercooler off, and then I'm in a really good spot, and I'll probably do it for today. But intercooler's pretty easy. 213s. Just like that, intercooler is off. Intercooler is off. We don't want to lose the bolts. If things work out right and I plan my work correctly, I'm gonna get the shear flat fab intercooler. It's the same deal as this, but it's much better made, and it supports more horsepower, so it flows more air. It should keep the IETs down a lot more. So that's the goal for this deal, is to get the shear fab intercooler. All right. So as you can see, Frankenstein is pretty well on the way to being completely torn apart. Got intake left, got heads left, got to drain the radiator, disconnect the transmission, disconnect the drive shaft, pull the clutch off before I pull the engine out, pull the flywheel off. That'll be the next episode. That'll be this weekend's ordeal. we'll get the fletch, the flywheel, and the transmission out. I think that'll be a pretty cool video, so we'll do that. So I think I'm gonna say that's the end of this one. Those that you're sticking around, I appreciate you. Thanks for all the support. If you could do me a favor and do the like, smash the button, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff, I'd really appreciate it. Trying to grow the channel. It's happening organically, and I really appreciate you guys that are along for the ride with me. That really means a lot to me. It really, truly does. I hope that I'm able to teach you guys some stuff, and you guys can learn from my mistakes, or you guys can learn from my success. In any event, that being said, rev her up, dump the clutch, grab a gear, disappear. Peace.